That's like pretty much the Venn diagram's just a circle, right? I think we should make the speed limit 10 miles per hour faster for gay people. And then also, like, all these other people would be slowing the hell down. They'd be like, hey, not me, man. You know, I'm driving slow, real straight, you know. Every time you're pulled over going like 100 miles per hour, they're like, you realize how gay you are right now? You know, writing it down on the ticket. I seriously don't like cops. Cops are the worst. I don't like the uniform. Every time they fucked with me, they're wearing the same uniform. I want them to change the uniform to something more justice-oriented so I can get past it. My suggestion, the Power Rangers uniform, right? Only problem is we'd still be hearing the same shit that the police are doing, just that the Power Rangers are doing it now, right? Like, oh, the pink Power Ranger tear gassed the protest today. You know? Who am I kidding? If we're talking about the police being Power Rangers, I'm sure we would all agree we'd be calling them the wife Power Rangers, if anything. Hold your applause. If you didn't clap, that means you're a cunt. I think you guys are all... I got a fake ID. You guys have fake IDs? I got a fake ID the other day just to show people your age. You're like, hey, no, I'm young enough to hang out. Come on, guys. I'm hip. I'm with it. You guys ever play Sega Genesis? Fuck. I'm sweating so much right now, and it's not, you know, you can't unsweat. You guys ever try to just suck it back in? That doesn't happen in this room. I'm going to bring on our first comedian of the evening just to keep it going, because you guys are being such a good crowd. Let's make some noise for Humboldt's only James Richards. Thank you guys for being here. You're the best. I'm going to pass this hat around. If you guys do have cash, you can just pass it around, put it in there. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hi, hello, how's it going? I'm James, it's true. That is my name. I'm going to tell some jokes and I'm going to go. And that's it, that's all we have to do. That's our only interaction for the night. Does that sound good? And then we'll probably never see each other again. So I think we should make the most of this time. You guys are a lovely audience, you know that? You're very lovely, thank you. I'll tell a little bit about me first and then I'll just go into my material. This is a true story. I was fired recently. Yeah, my boss fired me. I work as a cannonball. Sexual harassment. They said I was bothering the other projectiles. This is what happens when you try and shoot your shot with a coworker. All I was trying to do with her was just get her interest in me to spark. Instead, everything exploded. I lost my job. I lost my house. My wife found out. She went ballistic. She took the grenades. Those are my kids. Do you know how hard it is to find work as a cannonball? I've been applying to bowling alleys. And I got into this business to maim and murder sailors. And now little kids like to touch me on their birthday. This is my problem with woke culture. Because I used to fucking mean something to this world. I would walk down the street. People would duck out of my way. And now what am I? A gutter ball. Sometimes that joke kind of bombs. But I don't care when it does, because I'm just here to relate my experiences with you, the lovely audience, the beautiful crowd, beautiful people. I'll tell another story. I was at Costco. I go to Costco. Do you guys go to Costco? I like Costco. I was shoplifting at Costco. I like a challenge. I got caught though. Here's what happened. I was sneaking a 2-pack of dill pickles into my underwear, and I don't know what happened. I slipped, I guess, and just right onto the floor. I had a lawnmower in my back pocket and just reduced to pieces. Everyone saw. Next thing I know, they're taking me to security. They shut the door. They lock it. Strip searched. In the end, they found the muffins in my sock. And that's when they took out the rubber gloves. Folks, inside my asshole was the rotisserie chicken. And I know what you're thinking. Just my rebuttal, hear me out. I don't know how else I'm supposed to keep it warm. I have a very long commute back to my hideout, and sometimes I get there and then now my dinner is downright tepid. That's no way to treat a criminal mastermind. Not after a grand caper. So I sit on it all the way. It's already greased.
Out of the bag?
I take it out of the bag. Otherwise it would like kind of, the corners would cut me in on the way. Oddly enough, it was a lot easier with like the box packaging. Remember the box? I miss that box. I don't know why they got rid of that. Speaking of my asshole, I was getting fucked in it recently. I was getting fucked in my asshole. My boyfriend asked, honey, can we take a break? I said no. I said no. I wanted a couple more minutes with the dog. Okay, that's a joke. Just relax. It's a joke. I'm not really a homosexual. I am as hetero as they come. I'll prove it to you. This is also another true story. I think I saw Alison Brie's tits too soon. No, too late for me to fully appreciate what was happening when I saw them. I watched Glow. She takes her top off in the first episode. And all I could muster was, those are nice areolas. And I just kept watching the episode. I didn't stop to beat my dick onto the floor. I was more interested, genuinely, in the story of these female boxers based off of a true story. It's a great show if you haven't seen it. Well, I highly recommend it. I could hear like my 12-year-old self in me just yelling at me, like, what are you doing? Pause it right now. She's in the locker room, no clothes on. Take a screenshot. Put it in your journal. Next to the others. But no, I didn't jerk off. I'm older now, you know? I mean, that's life. It's always throwing you curveballs. You think you're one thing, and then the next thing you know, you're not. I jerked off to Mark Maron instead. I don't know, just in my needs. I don't know, I like his style. Speaking of jerking off, I do jerk off, it's true. I jerk off to porn. It's good, I like it. I like amateur porn the most, I think, because it's simple, you know? It's just no additives, you know, no crew, no camera, it's just farm to table cum. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Thank you. That's a little crass. Farm to table ejaculate. I'm glad we have OnlyFans. OnlyFans is nice. Here's a pro tip: is if anyone, I'm on OnlyFans. I'm not grading. I just watch it. Here's a pro tip: if you're like me and you have a Chase rewards card, use that to pay for your account, because at the end of the year you get points back. And I like to exchange those for groceries throughout the year. I call them my cum coins, and it's a very nice, hefty rebate. I'm in the checkout line and I giggle because no one knows how I accrue my purchasing power. I had a problem though with this one model. This one model I've been following. She's cool, but currently waiting for her to break up with her boyfriend because she uses him in the videos, and I like her a lot, but I don't know. His dick, it's too small for me to enjoy any of it. Like it's distracting. I spend most of my time just looking at it. And just wondering what accident befell him? Because it's flat and spindly, like a halibut. And I know she loves him a lot because she's moaning more than I've ever heard a woman moan before, which is symbolic of their everlasting love, and that hurts me because I want it to end, but it's not going to happen. Anyways, I guess I'll tell some jokes now.
Woo, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Actually, one more story. I'll tell another story. I was at a bar. And I was ordering like a drink. I was getting a drink at a bar once. I was true. I was. I do it all the time. I go to bars and I always get the drink. That's my favorite thing. Really, it's true. I'm not making this up. Anyways, I'm getting this drink. And all of a sudden, I feel like this hand on my ass, like right fucking there. And I turn around and there's this guy standing there with shock on his face. And he was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." From behind, I thought you were my girlfriend. And I was like, "What?" I wish I had something meaner to say. But he said, "Dude, my bad." And he walked away. And I was like, I don't look like a woman. What the fuck? Then it dawned on me that for a moment it was nice to feel wanted. A part of me was mad at this guy, my boyfriend, right? But another part of me also felt like warm, like connected, because that's what, in this cold, dark universe, that's all that we're looking for. It's just like that, just a feeling of connection, and I felt that between my ass and his hand, and I don't know, I mean, he was a nice guy. He apologized to me. He was good looking. I missed him. So when I saw him again at the bar, also ordering a drink, we were ordering the same thing, I knew what I had to do. I downed the rest of my Appletini. I grabbed his ass. And I whispered in his ear, "You looking for me?" And he turns around. It's the wrong guy. I got the wrong guy. It didn't even look like him. Anyways, I'll tell some jokes later. Thank you very much. You've been a very wonderful audience. Thank you.
Hey guys, let's keep it going one more time for James Richards. If you like what you heard, follow him online at James Richards and Company or something like that. Hey, you guys work out today? You guys like exercise and stuff? I just went to Planet Fitness, or as some of you might call it, the shower. Never date a guy who goes to Planet Fitness, because that means not only does he have a small dick, but he's also poor. You know, it's not even a real planet. Did you guys know that one? Yeah, I don't know how they got away with it. Anyone here together tonight? I know this one couple. Yeah? You're all like a one polycule, huh? That's like,
Talk shit to compete specifically, just him though.
it's just a zip code, right? The whole city of Arcata is one polycule. And they make you sign a form and you move here. He's like, hi, welcome to Arcata. My name's Half Shave Dave. We love having you here. You guys, I'm so glad you don't reek like patchouli. That's a big round of applause for yourselves on that one. An Arcata show. You guys know the history of patchouli? They used to use it in ancient Egypt to cover the smell of dead people. Now we use it to cover the smell of grateful dead people. Hold your applause. I was at Planet Fitness. There's this one couple there. They do CrossFit. What's that? A Christian workout regimen? They used to do CrossFit all the time until they broke up. That's one day they didn't work out. I like to get cross-faded. That's when you go to two different churches at the same time. But I go to two different banks too, so I guess you could call me lender fluid. Give me credit for that one. My bank shows me disinterest. I went to school here for finance. That's the degree where they teach you how much of a mistake it is to take out student loans to begin with. It's ironic, right? They're like giving me my homework. They're like, Peter, value these securities. I'm like, I only value my insecurities. Come on. Finance major. I wish I had a wildlife major, like an honorary wildlife major, because that college is pretty wild, man. I was there. My life was not normal. You guys smoke weed?
Yes.
How come there's so many strains of weed, but there's only 2 strains of Coke? Just, do you have it or not? Those are the 2 strains. And then you're like, fine, I'm gonna do it. And it's like, all right, now you have to look at yourself in the mirror for this whole process. You're like, oh, that's good. I'm just at my lowest moment and everything, The only thing cooler to do coke off of than a mirror would be like a tablet PC, because then you can look up help for your problem at the same time. I always wanted to be a mirror salesman. It's something I could really see myself doing.
No. That was a slow burn.
When you're doing coke and you're looking in the mirror, you're like, oh, hey, there's my evil twin, my reflection, right? You always think that's our evil twin. But if you're the one doing coke and then they just have to do it because you did it, then does that mean you're the evil twin? My evil twin is really good at parking because he's from a parallel dimension. Hold your applause. Yeah, no, I was at the gym, and it's funny, how much you see. Oh, let's see. Oh, hell yeah, I can do that. That works. Where's that guy? Who's the... How you feeling, guy with the long hair over there? You feeling? I'm gonna just bring you on, I think.
Sure, yeah.
You want to? Yeah, take your time. I'm gonna finish my really good joke right now that you guys are enthralled with. Yeah. Huh? No, it's good. It's good. Wait, Lilith, were you going up tonight?
Do you need me to?
Okay, let's get this show back on the track, guys. I don't know how that happened. Someone left the gas going. There's just a gas leak in here. All right. So, I always wanted to hook up with an alien, like from outer space, and be like a deadbeat boyfriend, like on Earth, but in outer space, and like borrow money, and be like, hey, I need more Earth dollars to buy Starbucks, honey, please, She'd be a female-alien, right? I'm progressive. I'd hook up with a they-alien, I like my female-aliens like I like my golf courses, 18 holes, right? What if like a UFO landed and you could see it through the window right now and a bunch of buff aliens came out of it and they're like, we come from Planet Fitness. Hold your applause. Guys, this next comedian is so cool. So many things could be said about him. but I'll just say his name. Make some noise for Xander Beltran, everybody. So many things could be said. You're like, I would talk shit, but I'll hold back. I'll hold it back. How you guys doing? Are you guys doing good? Nice. Yeah, I'm a little tired too. That's okay. Honestly, I appreciate you guys not clapping too much for me when I got up here. That's honest. You guys aren't that excited to see me. I get it. You know, you're like, what does Jason Lesmoa have for us? You know? That makes a lot of sense. I kind of hate that like half what we do as comedians is try to get the audience to feign enthusiasm. It's like a big part of what we do. We're always trying to get you guys to fake being more excited than you are. So we're like, how you guys doing tonight? And you're like, ah. We're like, no, get more excited. Take your dick out. And like, I don't know, I personally don't like to do that because I don't like to pretend to be happy. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. I feel like pretending to be happy is the thing that makes me the least happy, is the pretending. Which is tough because I feel like in America, like the pursuit of happiness has like gotten out of hand. Right? Doesn't it feel like it went from like you can pursue happiness here to like you're fucking happy, right? You're like, nah, dude, I'm at work right now. Like the fact that you need to smile all the time, you have to smile at every person, especially at work, you have to smile at your boss so much. I just couldn't do it, you know? Like I used to be a chef and I loved cooking, but the owner of the restaurant would always come in the kitchen when we were super busy and they'd be like, how you guys doing? You guys having fun? And I'm like a really honest person. I'd always be like, no, we hate you, dude. Yeah, when you come in, we have to hide our weed pens, turn down the music. Like, dude, I cut 3,000 cucumbers this morning. Can you pickle me? Let's boil me up, dude. I hate this fucking place. And every workplace does something to make you feel like you're like not at work, right? And in restaurants, they do this thing where they throw around the word family. Yeah, everything's a family thing. You have a family meeting, a family meal. I don't ever remember having a meal with my family over a sink. Usually I'm allowed to sit down. Usually somebody tells me that I'm handsome, right? Right, like a real family meal ends with a handshake that has $20 in it. That's a family meal. I remember at our last family meeting, before I got fired from the last restaurant I was working at, our boss said the word family like 15 times, and I was just like sick of it, so I was just sitting there like, you're not my fucking dad, shut up. So I raised my hand and I was like, hey, can I have this weekend off to go see Grandma? And he was like, absolutely not, you're scheduled. And I was like, come on, man, that's your grandma too. She misses us, dude. One of us has to go see her. It's nice to be up here in Humboldt. I like it. I like to smoke weed. Do you guys smoke pot? Yes. Hell yeah. Doesn't it suck that weed's legal now? I go to a state where it's illegal and smoke weed illegally. It feels so cool. In Hawaii, it's illegal. I'm always just like, yeah, dude, they're gonna get me. I'm a bad boy. It feels good. The thing I don't like about the legality of weed is just like, there's all these people that smoke weed now that I don't think should be able to get it. You know, you used to have to be a cool person, know another cool person to get weed, you know what I mean? Like now you can just walk into a dispensary and you're like, 1 marijuana, please. Yeah, and like a college graduate comes out with the weed and all the scientific information about it. They're like, it has this much THC, this much CBD, this much CBN, and actually has CBG in it as well. It was grown in northern Alaska with fish scale soil. You're like, dude, I didn't come here to learn. I came here to forget. Just give me the forget me smoke and let me go, dude. I got my grandma to try weed. That was pretty exciting. I was like, hey grandma, you should try, marijuana. And she was like, I don't know, like I'm afraid it's gonna turn me into a bad person. And I was like, no grandma, it's just gonna make Steve Harvey even funnier. She was like, there's no way, that's the funniest man. He's the best. It was awesome. It's funny, I started thinking about like what it would have been like if my grandma had to try to get weed herself. You know, she's just in some guy's living room like, how long do I pet your lizard for? He's like, longer, it's not enough. 20 minutes or you don't get the 8th. Do you guys remember being held hostage by fucking weed dealers? That's the thing I don't miss. But it's just like, I don't know, I'll be at a dispensary and there's like someone in there where I'm like, you shouldn't fucking be here, dude. You know? Like I was recently in a dispensary and there was a guy wearing like a powder blue dress shirt
and like khaki pants. He had like a clip-on cell phone like on the belt. And you could just tell he was like a real piece of shit, you know? And he looks at the bud tender and he goes, "Hey, do you guys have any weed that'll help me hit my numbers by next quarter?" I didn't even wait my turn in line. I was like, "Hey, do you guys have any weed that'll kill this guy? You guys have any murder OG? This fucking dork. Smoking weed to be more productive? What are you, a rapper, dude? Like, that's not how it works, you know?" I like to participate in some other drug use as well. I like microdosing. You guys ever heard of microdosing? Yeah. Someone's microdosing a little bit tonight. Nice. I like microdosing. It's funny to me as a concept because it's relatively new, which I think is like kind of insane. You know, that we just came up with that. Like nobody in the history of the world until like 10 years ago was ever like, "Hey, what if we just do some of these drugs?" That was like a breakthrough in our society. Dude, like when I did mushrooms in college, the guy who sold it to me was like, "Make sure you eat the whole bag or you can't feel it." Yeah, then an hour later, I'm like, "Dude, I think I can fly, man. Tonight's the night." Like, why did I have to be that fucking high, you know? Like, you can just do a little bit, you know? And it's weird to me, like, when people do drugs, they want to take so much that they meet God. Which is weird to me, because, like, isn't God, like, your dad? Like, I don't want to do drugs with my dad. I do drugs because of my dad. I don't know. When I do drugs, I don't want to meet God. I want to meet, like, an off-duty angel, you know? They're smoking a cigarette in an alley. They're like, "Yeah, God's kind of a prick." That's the experience that I want. I like to microdose mushrooms. That's one for me. Some people microdose acid, and I think that's kind of weird. You know, I'm not really into that. I'd rather do a full hit of acid. Because whenever I do like a full hit of acid, my number one emotion is like, "I'm a fucking spaceship, dude." But when I microdose acid, I just spend all day like, "Am I a spaceship?" All right, back to work. It doesn't work the same. I like to microdose mushrooms. That's one for me. I just take a little bit, and it makes me more outgoing, more silly, more creative. But you have to be careful. You can't microdose anywhere at any time. You know, you have to be careful about the location and like time you do it. I didn't realize that until I learned that the hard way. Yeah, when I got kicked out of my cousin's recital. Yeah, for taking my shirt off. Like, come on, we're at a concert. It's not sexual. I love the violin. Relax. To have a little bit of extra fun in my life recently, I've been doing this thing where I microdose MDMA, Molly. You guys know the drug Molly? Ecstasy. It's the drug that makes you very good at dancing. I'm the best on a little bit of Molly. But you know what I do is I take a little bit of Molly and I go to a job fair. Yeah, I just get hired for every job. They're like, "Wow, this guy has a great attitude. And boy, can he freestyle rap. This guy's got bars." But I recently had to slow down at that as well. I was out with my friends singing karaoke, celebrating 15 job offers. And this guy went to pass me in the bar, and he like cut the small of my back just like a little too gently. And I made like an audible like... I was like, maybe I should stop doing drugs in public. I think I gotta cut that out. All right, let's get to know you guys something. Make some noise if you are 20 to 30 years old. 20 to 30 makes noise. Just one dude in your crew.
I'm 29 too, man. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate you guys being here, sharing the night with us. Thanks for coming. I'm 34. That's how old I am. I'm starting to feel my age a little bit. I recently started taking preemptive Tums. Yeah, I no longer wait till I have the heartburn. I take the Tums right before. It's good. It's weird as I get older. I have like all these new interests that I feel like are like happening to me, like things I never thought I'd be into. Like one of my favorite things to do right now is drink tea and look out of my window. I don't know what the hell's out there, but I'm looking, you know? And because of that, I have a new fear. I'm pretty scared that I might get into bird watching. Yeah, I'm terrified. I'll tell you guys how it got started. I like to go running at Lake Merritt in Oakland where I live. And I was running around the lake one day and I saw this bird that I thought was just like a cool looking bird. And I was like, damn, it's a sick bird. Like, wow, like, so beautiful, so majestic. So I stopped to take a picture of the bird. And while I was taking a picture of it, this old man like saddled up next to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, you're actually in luck. That bird's only in Oakland 3 days out of the year. And I was just like, oh, fuck. What's its migration pattern look like? Like, damn, it's gonna go to Chile? That's so sick. I got to see it on this little bird journey, you know? Now I have to try to avoid this guy. Like, the other day I was running around the lake, and from across the lake he was like, what's up, Xander? And I was like, what's up, Garth? Fuck. And he was like, do you want to look at some birds, say, young man? And I was like, yeah, I do. Unfortunately, I do. What's in season, you know? I'm trying to work on myself. Anybody got a resolution they're trying to do in their life, trying to like improve? Okay, I like the youth. You guys are trying to be better. Everyone over 40 is just like, I'm good as is. Thank you for trying. What are you trying to improve?
Like health in general.
Your health in general. What steps are you taking to do that? That's pretty good. You want to go next? You have to get a tattoo though if you. I love how you're down. That's crazy. All right. That's good. Yeah, get some steps in and just eat a little better. Yeah, it's hard, especially you don't know what is good. Have you guys noticed like there's certain stuff that is healthy and then the next year it's unhealthy? Like eggs and peanut butter, like they just switch every fucking year if it's good or bad for you. Does anyone know? Does anyone know the truth about peanut butter? Because every year someone's like, you gotta get your peanut butter and you have to eat it. The nuts are very good for you. The next year they're like, dude, the nuts, the seed oils, they'll fucking kill you. I'm just like, do I eat the seeds or what? I don't fucking know, dude. Yeah, I'm trying different stuff to lose weight. One of my friends is on keto. You guys heard of keto? Yeah, his version of it is he just eats Slim Jims. Yeah, he was like, dude, I'm losing weight. I was like, dude, I think you're dying. I think the word is deterioration. It's not weight loss, dude. Yeah, I started going weightlifting with one of my friends, and I had to stop because like I don't want to be like that guy, you know. Like he's so buff he can't clap. Yeah, we were at a baseball game. They hit a home run. He was like, "Yeah, go Giants." I was like, "Dude, you gotta chill out," you know. I live in the Bay Area. You guys ever been to the Bay? Nice, yeah. I love living in the Bay. One of my favorite things about living in the Bay Area is like everybody from there is like a little bit gangster, no matter who they are. Right? I think it's because you're either from a hood neighborhood, you're like, I'm from East Oakland, or you're from like Walnut Creek or Miranda, and you're like, I'm from East Oakland. Please listen to my SoundCloud. Dude, we struggle out here too. Sometimes our stepmoms aren't hot. Like, what the heck? Yeah, dude, like the Bay Area is so gangster. The other day I was at a Whole Foods and I went to grab the last dark chocolate bar off this rack, and while I was reaching for it, this old white lady grabbed it in front of me and was like, not today. I wasn't even mad. I admired her. I was like, damn, you're a bad bitch. Like, I love strong women, you know. I was like, I don't even need chocolate. I just need your phone number. You know? Let's get some soup, girl. That's how you pull an older woman, right? Take her out for soup. Talk to her about bird watching. I'm on my way. I'm ready to go. Shit. How much more time do you want me to do, Pete? What's the schedule? Do you know?
You're at 13 minutes, and it's going like 30.
Okay, cool. Could do some more. Let's do it. Shit. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, there's some other stuff I'm trying to work on other than the weight loss. There's like addiction to technology. You guys experience that? Like I have trouble with that. I realized that it was really bad the other day. I walked into my friend's apartment and I was like, Alexa, play music by Kendrick Lamar, you know? And it was quiet, just like this. And I never felt so alone in my life. I was like, where is she? Why do the women always leave? You know? He was like, I just don't have an Alexa, dude. I was like, what? What do you do? Like, how do you play music, you know? I don't know. Technology fucks me up all the time. Like the other day, I tried to hit my electronic cigarette while I was charging it. Yeah, I was electrocuted. Yeah. I don't know why. I saw it charging in the wall, and I was like, oh man, I'm gonna hit it off the wall. It's gonna rip, dude. And then it electrocuted me, and I was like, damn, that kind of ripped too. That's pretty good. I forgot about my rent for a good half hour. It was nice. It was cool. One that's been messing me up especially hard is the squatty potty. You guys know the squatty potty? So if you don't know what it is, it's like a stool that you put around your toilet to like maximum efficiency, you know, to like get your legs up in a way where you can, you know what I'm talking about. we don't need anyone to throw up, you know. There's already blood from the tattoos. We don't want to do that. But I don't know. I don't recommend getting a squatty potty because now that I've used one at my house, I'm ruined for like all other toilets. You know, I'll just be in public in a stall trying to prop my legs up on things, calling in other guys in the bathroom like, "Dude, get in here! I need a spot." No one's ever come, but I'm not gonna stop trying. That's how I'm gonna meet my best friend. The guy's like, "I got you, bro. Let me get in there." But I feel like the one that's messing everybody up is the phone. You guys all a little addicted to your phones?
Of course.
Yeah, it's hard. Every opportunity in the world is in your phone. You know, could be someone who wants to sleep with you. Could be someone who wants to give you a job. Could be a sweepstakes that you won. You know, that's why I gotta check my email 25 times a day. Just in case that I won a sweepstakes I didn't enter. Yeah, it's tough. Because there's just so much useful stuff in there. I've tried different methods to try to use my phone less, and I found that there's one surefire way to use my phone less, and that is to be completely submerged underwater. It's pretty good. Try to go swimming all the time, just to stay off the phone. Now they're trying to make phones waterproof. Like, why? Who the fuck needs? Have you seen these people that try to take photos in like a pool? Calm down, dude. Not everything's a photo op, dude. What the fuck? I realized I had the problem with the phone though because I recently lost my phone. I didn't have a phone for a couple weeks, and I started like fiending for it. You know, I was like walking up to my friends like, "You got games on there? Can I just borrow for a second?" Like I feel like I hit like rock bottom when I asked one of my friends if I could sign on to my Instagram on their phone. Yeah, I was like, "Let me just check my DMs really quick." Dude. Like that's pretty bad, you know. But the cool thing is about losing my phone, I learned something really awesome. So I'm a millennial, right? I haven't had an alarm clock that wasn't my phone since I was like 14 years old, you know? And I had to wake up the next morning to cut 1,000 cucumbers. So I was like, how am I gonna wake up? So what I did is I went to sleep at 9 p.m. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever done this. If you go to sleep at a reasonable hour, you just wake up at a reasonable hour. I had no idea. I had never done that before. I woke up at 6 a.m. like wide awake, you know. I like worked out, made breakfast before I went to work. I was like, oh my gosh. People probably live like this every day. Because I used to see my friends leaving the bar at like 11:30 and I'd be like, oh dude, like where are they going? Like party's still happening, you know. But now when I see them leave, I'm like, oh yeah, because of tomorrow. It's good shit. So you guys want to hear some weird jokes? You guys want to hear?
Of course.
You guys are like, those have all been weird. Yeah, especially weird jokes. All right, here's an especially weird joke. Sometimes I wonder if mosquitoes even eat blood. Is that why they're biting us? They're really into the blood, right? Are you sure they're not just kinky little fucks that like making tiny little nipples? You sure they're not little nipple monsters? They see clear skin, they're like, I gotta nip that up. I'm gonna make that bumpy as fuck. You guys ever thought about some stuff like that? Alright. You guys have actually discussed this. You turned to her like, yeah, we were talking about that the other night. These are creepy little nipple monster fucks. They don't even eat the blood. They spit it out. It's like wine tasting. They don't even care. It's all about the experience for them, you know? Alright, that's the best one's ever done. So, you guys have now given me the confidence. I'm going to do that at a different show that's not in a tattoo parlor in Arcata. And the middle-aged white people are going to be like, what the fuck? I thought he was a nice young man. I related to the bird watching, but this is disgusting. All right, here's a joke that might piss some people off, but there's probably good animal testing, right? Right? You know, they test products on animals sometimes. There's got to be animal testing that's good, like that the animal likes. Right? I do play testing at Sony sometimes. I try out video games for them. That's a fun job, right? I like being tested on by them, right? Like, there's got to be like animal testing that's good. Like, what about the Chihuahua that tries out new pillows? You know, they're like, hey, hump this. And he's like, it's not firm enough. It needs more bounce. That's a good job, you know? People would kill for a job like that. What about the bulldog that comes up with new Taco Bell recipes? Come on, there's no way a human being is making that menu, right? There's definitely a bulldog in a basement. They're like, what do you think? And he's like, more cheese, more tortilla. What about the German Shepherd that tries out new Garnier Fruit tea samples? You know? They're walking around Arcata looking fucking gorgeous. Pulling bitches left and right, high class bitches, poodles and shit, you know? And then these diehards get a new law going. They're like, no more animal testing. And now this dog is walking the streets of Arcata sucking dick for Tresemme. I say that joke just to say sucking dick for Tresemme. That's what I'm in it for. That's how I got into this business. So I want to get paid to say sucking dick for Tresemme. I live in the Bay Area, so I travel a lot to save money. Yeah, as soon as you get out of there, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? That's crazy. Like, I was recently at a bar in another state. Oh man, what a fun time. Dude, I ordered a drink. The guy was like, that'll be $3. I was like, oh fuck. Let's get drinks for the whole bar. And actually, how much for the bar? Let me just buy this bitch. What is it, $80? I'd love to own this bar, you know. I don't know, because everything's so expensive where I live that I'm just like upset every time I buy something, pretty much. Like the other day I was on a date with this girl and we had some drinks and afterwards we wanted to get pizza. So I walked in this pizza place and I was like, hey, can I get 2 slices of pepperoni? And the guy was like, sure thing, that'll be $20. And I was like, dude, I will fuck you up, man. Let's just start me again. Like, that's not what pizza costs, man. Like, how fucking dare you, you know? Like, it's so expensive to like, I don't know, like, you guys probably know, trying to find, like, a place to live in California is so messed up. Like, every listing is, like, it's $35,000 a day. We don't have utilities. You gotta bring our own water. We don't have it. We don't got it. Yeah, it's cold as fuck here. You're fucked, dude. There's no insulation. You're screwed. And you have to have consensual sex with your landlord. Yeah, or you lose your rent control, dude. You have to enjoy it. Yeah, my landlord was like, you better fucking start smiling. I was just like, oh, thanks, Daddy. That's fine. Alright. Shit. Do you guys, who still watches the news? Anybody do that to themselves? Yeah. Just a little? I watch it filtered through a comedian, right? Like, I'll watch, like, Jon Stewart or something like that. It's a lot better. But I don't know, it's just like such a crapshoot right now. Like, I want to support the Democrats, but like, it's so hard to do that. Right? Because the Democrats campaign like the way a guy hits on girls by waiting on another guy to hit on a girl and then being like, is this guy bothering you? You know what I mean? But I don't even think they have the balls to do that. They wait till the guy leaves and they're like, hey, that guy's a real jerk, huh? That guy's a real jerk. Well, vote for me. Like, dude, like, do you have any game? Can you have some fucking charisma? Fuck. Like, it makes me just miss Obama so much. It's like the last time we had a Democrat that was like that. Right? They all just seem like they're just like fumbling and then like secretly in cahoots with Trump on shit. Like, it just feels weird. And Obama, at least, like, I could believe him. Like, I don't know if he was up to good stuff all the time, but like, at least like he seemed like it. You know what I mean? He was like confident and well spoken. And like, one thing that I really liked about Obama is he could do something really special that we haven't seen from a president since. It's called finishing a sentence. Do you guys remember when they would fucking stop? When they would end? Because with Trump, they're just like forever ongoing. He's like, it's a very large building in a big field of ball. And you're like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? And then Joe Biden, they just like never really get started. He's like, what we're gonna do is chocolate chip cookies. And you're like, dude, what the fuck is going on, you know? And the other thing is, like, Obama was so good at explaining things. Even if you disagreed with him, you knew where he was coming from, and maybe you could understand it, you know? Like, I feel like Obama was so good at that, he could, like, eat cookies in front of you and not share any of them, and you might be okay with that. You know, like, imagine this, you're at Obama's house, right, and he makes a batch of freshly baked cookies, and you smell them, and you're like, damn, those smell good. Hey, Obama, like, can I have one of your cookies? And he'd be like, oh, well, here's the thing. Me, Sasha, Malia, and Michelle, they came together as a family to make these cookies. Make them delicious, you know. If you can't afford your own cookies, just know there are job programs we can get you in a day. And you wouldn't even be mad. You'd be like, what kind of job programs? Right? I'm hoping we don't go into a full-blown dictatorship. That would be cool. I'm hopeful. Just hopeful for the future. Hopefully it'll be good. I'm a little scared though, because I don't know. It just seems like we might be going that direction. You ever like have those moments where you're like, damn, I might be in a moment that is like historical? There's not a lot of that in our society. Usually you're just like, hell yeah, let's go to Chick-fil-A. That sounds fun. Right? But then I'm like, oh shit, it might be happening. Like where you have to step up and be like, you know, part of what's good in the world. Like seeing this like dictatorship like mentality that's going on, I started thinking about like who becomes a dictator. You know, is that like a job that people like aspire to? Right? There's not like kids like wanting to be dictators when they grow up, right? I don't think it's something that you want to be. It's not like I'm going to be an astronaut one day. It's not like I'm going to do terrible things when I grow up, you know? I think it's one of those things that happens to you, right? Like you never plan on it, but you get in that field and you do too good of a job, right? It's like being an assistant manager at a Chili's. You know? Like nobody plans on doing that with their life, but as soon as they get the title, they're like, I have to hurt people with this. I had to fuck some people up. I don't know, it's crazy that we've had so many dictators and we've never really had like a kooky fun dictator. Right, like you get to do whatever you want. Right? And every single time they're just like, murder, violence, oppression, right? It's like, be more creative than that, you know? Like if I was a dictator, I'd just be like fucking with my populace all the time, you know? Like all the stop signs would have a question mark on them. Just be like, stop? Do you? You'd have to eat pizza with me over Zoom every Friday at 10 p.m. Just to ruin everybody's fucking Friday. You better clock in or you die. In my country, we eat as a family. And you have to sit down. You have to sit down, and I have to call you all handsome one by one. Yeah, fuck. I don't know how's that never happened? I don't really have an end to that joke. Gotta figure that one out. All right, let's get to know you guys a little bit. Make some noise. If you're single, who's single here? Make some noise. Okay, that was the sad woo of the singles. Woo, I'm fine. Please party with me. That's cool. And then couples, anybody in a relationship? Okay, nice. You guys were very polite. She had to stunt on everybody. Yep, loving it.
You guys.
That's cool. Congratulations. And then who's upset that I brought it up? You're trying to get away from your troubles. You're like, what is this, dinner with my mom? What the fuck? I'm single. I recently got out of a not long enough distance relationship. She lived like 2 hours away, so not like close enough where we could like hang out easily, but not like far enough away where I could start a second family and she wouldn't notice. So, just not ideal. I've been trying to date again. A lot of my friends always use dating apps and they recommend that I use them, and I don't really like them. So I feel like everybody's kind of lying in their bio, right? Because like every single person is like, I'm fun and I love activities. Then you meet them and you're like, no, you don't. You don't do anything. Right? Like half the people just want to find someone to watch TV with, right? But they're fucking lying to me. They're at the museum. I bought tickets to this museum. They don't even give a shit about 19th century China. What the fuck? I care about this shit. I want to see this. I want to see the fucking swords and shit. And they're just like walking around like, what's this? I'm like, what? Fucking stop lying, you know? It's like the people you take, they say they like to go hiking, and then you're on a hike with them, and they're like, do you do this a lot? And you're like, yeah, that's why it's in my fucking bio, dude. I'm trying to find somebody to go to museums and hikes with. That's what I want to do. And then everybody's like, I'll just do it 3 times, and I'll wrap them in, and then we'll just fucking watch Friends on repeat. Stop it. Just tell the truth. I feel like you would crush if you were like, I'm only trying to find someone to watch TV with. I bet you there's another person who's like, fuck yeah, finally, I'm tired of going to these goddamn fucking museums. So, just tell the truth. Also, I feel like the way they try to match people on dating apps is like just like the wrong approach. Because they're always like trying to figure out what your favorite stuff is and find like a shared interest in that, you know? It's like, what's your favorite movie? What's your favorite band? What's your favorite food? And anybody who's been in a long-term relationship knows that you enjoy your favorite things while your partner is out of town. Right? Because you have a favorite movie with your girlfriend. You're like, oh, babe, Chocolat, like, what a great film. Such good acting, what a good message, you know? But your actual favorite movie is The Gladiator, and you watch it home alone, shirtless, and you practice the moves. Right? Well, you eat ribs? Like, dude, that's the way to do it. Like, I don't know, it's crazy there's nothing about, like, the number one shared experience in a relationship, which is, like, sleeping together in the same room, same bed. Like, it's weird that there's no consideration for that, you know? Because, like, have you ever, like, loved someone who had, like, weird sleep habits? Or, like, imagine being in love with someone who goes to sleep to King of the Hill every night. And for the rest of your life, it's ding, 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 ding. For the rest of your life, dude? That show is such a... It feels like it should be a good sleep show, because it's like, oh, come on, Bobby. Just drifting off, I'm a good father. I love that show. That's like how I want Republicans to be. I'm like, do you see this show? Hank Hill, baby, that's how you gotta be, you know? We got Dale Gribbles fucking everywhere, dude. But you know, like, you gotta match on that stuff. Like, that's why I would love to be on a dating app for people that sleep with the fan on. Yeah, because I like the hum of the fan, you know, helps me sleep. I get a little hot, you know, I like the fan. I've had a couple different breakups where the girl's like, you and your stupid fucking fan. I'm like, damn, she hates me. She hasn't slept since we met, you know. Oh, so now I am specifically looking for a windy woman. So I'm looking for my breezy baby, if you will. So the other day, I googled fans only. Yeah, pretty expensive, but now I have 3 girlfriends. Yeah, and I just oscillate between the 3 of them. Yes, comedy, hell yeah. Like, 'cause I don't know, like I was dating this girl one time and I really liked her. She was awesome, but she went to sleep to binaural beats. You guys know this music? It sounds like if like a ghost made beats. Right? If like hip hop was like haunted. Right? And she was not compromising about it at all. There was like no chance of her wearing headphones or something. It had to be in the room and very loud. Right? So if I stayed, you know, with her, or she came over to my house, it had to be super loud music. So all night it'd be like boom cha bing ka boom ka boom 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 cha bing ka boom. And it's like, dude, I'm high enough as it is, you know? I don't need more reason to feel like I'm falling, you know? Like, I already wake up once a night like, oh shit, there's Rocky Road in there. I gotta get out of here. I should probably end on some good jokes. How much more time do you want? A couple minutes? Can I do it? Okay. Let me just tell you guys, check me out on Instagram. It's This Guy Funny Man. I have a special on YouTube. Just look up Xander Beltron. I also have stickers for sale. They're just like donation based. Come grab a sticker if you want. I don't have one with me because I'm fucking high, dude. I don't know. And I guess I'll get out of here on this last joke. My favorite thing outside of stand-up comedy is hip hop. I'm a big fan of rap music. Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to be a hip hop fan though because there's not enough middle class rappers. I don't feel like represented, you know? Like rappers either have like everything in the world or they don't have anything at all, you know? They're either like, I got pussy, money, weed, or they're like, life's a struggle, but you gotta play the game. You know, there's not enough comedians, or there's not enough rappers that are like, I got a middle class income. I paid my rent on time this month. All right, I'm Xander Beltran. Thank you guys so much. Keep it going for your host, Pete Nelson, dude.
Guys, don't forget to follow Xander at This Guy Funny Man on Instagram. We got one more comedian coming on. How many of you guys want to see another dude? Hey, right? This next comedian drove 7 hours. Let's make some noise for Jacob Blazer.
Hey guys, oh yeah, everybody's leaving. I knew you guys have a concert or something, right? I know that. Oh, you guys are gonna miss it because I'm gonna get tattooed while I'm doing comedy right now. That's what's happening right now.
Damn, buddy.
This is why I let you go first, Andrew.
Thank you, man.
Yeah. Now we're gonna find out what's gonna hurt more, this tattoo or this set, after all the crowd leaves. All right. What are we doing? Well, by the way, I'm getting comedy tattooed on my arm. Apropos, I suppose. Thanks. And well, hopefully I can pull it off at the same time. We'll find out, right? Well, yeah, my name is Jacob Blazer, and I'm about to get tattooed. And this is Jackass. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome to Jackass. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting older. I'm trying to hide the wrinkles with some ink. Getting older, it sneaks up on you. You don't see it coming. Like last week, I'm watching this Victoria's Secret commercial. Teenage girls jumping on the bed, lingerie. We're having a pillow fight. Feathers everywhere. I know I'm getting older because my first thought is, what a fucking mess. All I see is a shitty sleepover, really, is what I'm trying to say. I want to go in there like, young ladies are cleaning this up. It's lights out. Get off the fucking bed. I don't know. I'm getting older. I had to get my prostate checked a couple months ago. And none of you have had that done, except for maybe Pete. He seems pretty excited about it. But yeah, you guys, you'll get there eventually. But it's a weird situation. I'll be honest with you. I'll try and paint you a picture. There I am. I'm bent over the bed. You know me. I got my pants around my ankles. The doctor, he's poking around the old rusty bullet hole, and suddenly I notice he's not wearing any gloves, right? And I'm about to make a stink when suddenly we're interrupted by a knock on the motel room door. HMOs, am I right? I don't know. I should have known something was off when he paid me for the exam. Just, I don't know. I'm so paranoid now. I self-check daily. I'm no doctor. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I'll know if it changes. So, just me. All right. I know I'm getting older. Yes, anybody here remember that show Golden Girls? Golden Girls? Yeah, thank you for being here. If you've never heard of Golden Girls, basically it's Sex in the City if it was your grandma or friends. That's Golden Girls. And I know I'm getting older because I'm watching Golden Girls the other day. I watched a lot of TV. And this is the first time ever watching an episode of Golden Girls that I was able to finish. Just me? All right. All I'm saying is that Blanche is low-key banging, guys. And I don't care if she's roomier than a 77 Cadillac. I will throw my hot dog down that hallway. What I'm trying to say is I'm into the vintage vagina these days, I want to pet that silver kitty cat, A little post-menopausal muff. I'll give her some hot flashes of my own, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm looking for that geriatric G-spot, really. I'll go to town, I'll break a hip, and I'll nurse her back to health because I'm a goddamn gentleman, Just me. All right. Getting older, been into history a lot more lately as one does when one gets older. I watched this Genghis Khan documentary. I don't know if you guys know a lot about Genghis Khan, but he had quite the empire back in the day, most of Asia and Europe. And not only that, Genghis Khan did a lot of conquering. You know what I'm talking about? In the back, there's a lot of conquering. You know what I mean? He did so much conquering that right now on this planet, 15 million people are related to Genghis Khan.
That's the truth.
Yes, it's a lot of fucking conquering. And I wonder in like 400 years, how many people are going to be related to Nick Cannon? He's young, he's out there wilding now. He get those numbers up, you know? I don't know, I'm getting older. It's tough to date when you get older. Especially if you look like Ned Flanders if he went to prison and joined the Aryan Nation. Oh, wiggly daggly. But I'm a fun guy, you know. I'm fun in bed. Like some guys, they like to make they like to motorboat. You know, they're like, brr, 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 you know. Sorry about that. Not me. No, I'm not. I make airplane noises when I finger bang. I'm like, meow. Just me? All right. I'm just saying that's how I get consent. I'm like, Jacob 6'9" on approach, requesting permission to land. You know? Trying to make it fun. You know, the inevitable permission denied. But then I gotta spit some game. I'm like, Jacob 6'9" on approach. We're running low on fuel. I got a plane load of people that would really love to see their families this evening. And the inevitable permission denied. Please reroute to another location. Oh, I thought she'd be into it. She had a landing strip and everything. You know, just. But that's my dating life. It's like an airport. It's terminal. Just. You know what I mean? Drop me off at the fucking gates. I don't know. Yeah. So I like to masturbate. Yeah, pretty good at it. Been doing it a while now. But it's changed. The landscape of pornography has changed. Really. Because in 30 seconds now, you'd be looking at clown porn. Really. But when I started, I didn't have that. I'm old school. It was analog when I started masturbating. When I started masturbating, it was the catalogs that came in the mail from my mom. Yeah, this guy gets me. JCPenney, Sears, TV Guide, you know, anything I get my hands on. I remember one time I found this girl in a blue dress. It was just like short skirt, low back. It was all lacy. I masturbated that blue dress for an entire summer. I was obsessed with the blue dress, really. I had a crush on Monica Lewinsky. Yeah, fucking terrible. Yeah, and so to this day, blue dresses just fuck me up, and here's why. Because that first week of school, I come home, excited to get a little alone time with that Montgomery Ward catalog, and I come in the house, and my mom is wearing the blue dress. Yeah, thank you for that in the back. Thanks. Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know why I came instantly, but therapy's going well. As a matter of fact, it's going so well, I rarely wear that blue dress anymore. I'm working on me, you know? But like I said, porn nowadays is out of hand. Do you realize on Pornhub there's over 500 million clips for anal sex? Yeah, that's too much anal for anyone, really. And I don't get it, because I think the anal sex is a lot like fast food. All right, stick with me. You see the commercial for the Jack in the Box triple bacon heart attack Jack, and you're like, that looks good, I'm gonna try that. You see porn, anal, and you're like, that looks good, I want to try that. But then when you get it, you're like, that's not what I ordered. You know, are you sure this is the number 2? It looks nothing like the commercial, is what I'm trying to say. The cheese is not dripping. It's just a different experience. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Nobody likes anal. And for me, personally, it's always followed by a little bit of regrets, a little bit of disgust, and my ass always hurts in the morning. Just, you know, like, it's like those jalapeno poppers, you know, from Jack in the Box, like saving that Cool Ranch from a Hidden Valley, you know what I mean? Just me? All right. I don't know. And I try to date, I try to get out there, you know? The last real date I went on, I met this girl. She was in incredible shape. Like, that's a girl like CrossFit was her religion. Just tight. We went out to dinner. Nice restaurant. She gets an appetizer. She gets a 20-ounce steak. She gets this chocolate tower dessert. And every time the food hits the table, she smashes her face like Guy Fieri at a Golden Corral. So finally, when dessert comes, I ask her, how do you eat like that and look that good? And she tells me, I knew we were going out. I was good all week. Today's my cheat day. So I'm like, sweet. We've been out drinking, dancing. We went back to my place for a little horizontal CrossFit. And then about 5 a.m. she starts getting dressed. I tell her, you can stay. It's cool. Chill, you know. She says, no, I gotta go pick up my husband. Right?
Oh, shit.
And I said, you're fucking married? She said, yeah, I was good all year. Today's my cheat day. So, I'm not seeing her again. You know? Till October, guys. It's coming up real quick. It's been almost a year. New holiday in my life. But yeah, I mean, we're coming along, guys. We got outline going here. It's looking pretty good. All right. Let's pivot. Yeah, like I said, I'm getting older. I grew up in the 70s in the Midwest. Grew up poor. Like one of the staples in my household was shit on a shingle. You guys ever heard of that? Some of you guys? There's different versions of it. And my mother's version, she would take a can of tuna fish. She put it in a can of cream of mushroom soup. And then she put it on a slice of toast. Yeah, shit on a shingle. Yeah, a look on your faces. Yeah.
That sounds pretty good to me.
Man, I don't know. But she euphemistically called it creamed tuna on toast. You know what I mean? Like, she's not much of a cook. Her idea of a fancy meal was 2 cans ravioli with some breadcrumbs and put it in the oven. You know, like the only chef in my house was Boy R.D. is what I'm trying to say. And like, so I didn't have any good cereal growing up. Like we didn't have Fruit Loops and have fucking Lucky Charms. My mom bought grape nuts. You guys ever had fucking grape nuts? Yeah. It looks just like cat litter, really. Yeah, it tastes what I only imagine. I never had cat litter personally, but like I'll take your word for it. I imagine it would, you know. And the crazy thing, as a kid, we had cats, you know, multiple. So I was always paranoid eating cereal, just kept waiting for that turd to float to the top of the milk. You know what I mean? Just going, Mom, you mixed up the cereal in the litter, you know? Thank God that never happened. But funny side note, I'll tell the story. I don't think I've ever told this on stage. I have a daughter. She's full grown now, but when she was 2 years old, we were visiting Chicago with my sister. And we come into my sister's apartment. She's got 2 cats. And my daughter disappears in the other room. Where'd she go? We couldn't find her. She comes out and she's chewing on what looks like a Tootsie Roll. She found the cat box and she was chewing on a cat turd. Yeah. I love reminding her of that every once in a while. You know what I mean? I was like, honey, you still like Tootsie Rolls? You know? But yeah, no, that was fun. But yeah, getting older, like I said, I grew up in the 70s. We had shitty fucking toys too. You know what I mean? Like we had, anybody ever play with Silly Putty? Terrible fucking toy. You transfer like cartoons from the newspaper. Okay, now what? You know what I mean? Like it's like a one-trick fucking pony. You know what I mean? Terrible toy. And then another one, you have a Viewmaster, right? You guys ever heard of the Viewmaster? You click it like that, you see different pictures. Terrible fucking toy. Like, here kid, here's some vacation slides of places you'll never get to visit. Enjoy. Merry fucking Christmas. But probably, and then like Shrinky Dinks. You guys remember Shrinky Dinks? What do? They get smaller in the oven. That's fucking it. It's like somebody in research and development is like, how do we get the kids to play with the oven more? You know what I mean? It's just like, let's shrink shit in the oven. You know what I mean? It's just weird. And probably the worst fucking toy of the 70s is the Pet Rock. It was legitimate. They sold it in stores, and it was literally a rock that they glued googly eyes to. And they sold this fucking thing in stores, yeah. Yeah, welcome to technology, right? Like, shit has changed. Like, my kid's like, I want an iPhone 15, you know what I mean, or whatever. What are we on, 17 now? Shit. You know, like, in the 70s, like, can I have The Rock? You know what I mean? This is like a weird, even action figures, like, like I remember I had Star Wars figures when I was a kid, and I had like Luke Skywalker, and it looked like he had, you know, been damaged in a house fire. You know what I mean? Like Luke, what happened to you? You know what I mean? And nowadays they look so realistic. Like they have his dick print. You know what I mean? It's just like it's insane. You know? Yeah, somebody gets me. But yeah, no, it's just I don't know. Things are changing. I don't mind it. I don't mind it so much. I remember growing up. Just things like nowadays, like porn, like instantly, you know what I mean? When I was a kid growing up, you had to like sneak downstairs late at night and try and you turn on Cinemax. The channel you guys Cinemax that merged with HBO. Well, we used to call it Skinemax because they'd have softcore porn like shit on late at night, and you go down and sneak down and try and watch it and hope your parents didn't catch you in the act, you know what I mean? But meanwhile, 30 seconds clown porn, bam, you know what I mean? Shit's changed. You know, nowadays you can binge watch an entire series of a sitcom in a weekend. You know, when I was coming up, you had to wait for Thursday night must-see TV to watch a single episode of Friends. You know, so much has changed. But I don't know, it's part of getting older. And like I said, I sucked at dating, getting older. I've always sucked at it, really. Like I had the opportunity you dream about. Like, I had the opportunity to go back and hook up with a girl who had a crush on all through junior high and high school. She was a little punk rock chick with purple hair. She was barefoot everywhere she went. She was a barefoot girl. So about 10 years out of high school, back in my hometown, I run into a barefoot girl. We hit it off at a barefoot girl's place. And come to find out, she'd now been a barefoot girl for about 15 years. And not only that, she now has a foot fetish. Yeah. She likes her toes being sucked, and she likes her feet being fucked. I'll tell you what, I'm a gentleman. I like to please a woman. So I found myself sucking on a talon covered in callus. You know what I mean? I swear to God, I tasted motor oil. And she had the feet of a hobbit, really. She looked like she'd walk some shires, you know what I'm talking about. And then when I came to fucking her feet, I don't know if you gentlemen have ever masturbated with sandpaper, but it's kind of like fucking a cheese grater, really. But I'll tell you what, in the end, we made a connection. We found out we were similar. Because when it was all said and done, my dick was just as calloused as her big toe. I put in work, that's what I'm trying to say, put in work. All right, we're a little more than... We're about 3/4 of the way done. All right. We got some more jokes coming out. All right. What was I thinking about? It's kind of hard it's easy to lose focus when someone is tattooing your body. So I'm older, was dating, travel. I like to travel. I like to travel around a lot. You guys, I remember the first time I went to Reno. Yeah, I did that drive to Reno. You guys anybody here been to Reno, done that drive? Trying to think how you guys would take it. Yeah, you go over the pass. Anyway, you go over the Donner Pass or whatever it is. Yeah, and you guys know about the Donner Party, but they're stuck up there. They had to eat people they knew. You know, they like with the packages with the meat. They wrote names on it so you wouldn't have to eat a family member. It's like fucking nuts. And so when you go over the Donner Pass, you get to off at the exit, and they have that big park right there at the peak and it's crazy because so it was the first time I was there. I'm walking around in this little park area and looking around. It's fucking gorgeous up there, but it's isolated, and you start to really kind of soak in the fact that they were stuck up there, forced to eat people they knew. It gets heavy, you know. And I took a selfie and posted that shit on Facebook because they got 5G up there now, guys. It's changed. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you probably get pizza up there. You know what I mean? If you really pushed it. I'm just saying you don't have to eat a friend anymore. That's nice. It's modern day, you know. And I'm kind of into cannibals, you know, a little bit. I find them interesting. I'm a bit of a fannibal. So I find it interesting. But yeah, so that's a fun drive to Reno. And then I ended up in Reno, biggest little city in the world for the first time ever. And I had to get a hotel room. And they have cheap hotel rooms, or what you think are cheap, like everything like $50. I'm like, this is great. And then come to find out they all have this weird like facilities charge of another $50. And it's like, what the fuck is this? I actually called the place and I asked them, why everybody charges this? What is this facility charge? They're like, well, it's to use like the pool and other areas of the and I was like, well, I don't even fucking swim really, so what? But you have to pay it, so I fucking paid it. So I'm staying in a hotel. I think it was the Silver Legacy. I think that's the one they got shut down. But I'm staying there and I'm like, all right, this is it. If I pay for the goddamn swimming pool, I'm gonna go fucking swimming. So I get up in the morning, I throw on my swim trunks and my camouflage Crocs, and I head down to the pool. And this being Reno, I can't use the pool because they're pulling a dead body out of the pool. Yeah. Yellow caution tape, police detectives, the whole 9 yards. So I go to the front desk and I'm like, you made me pay $50 fucking to use the goddamn pool, and I can't use it because they're pulling a dead body out of it. And I'll tell you what, they didn't get their money back, you know. But overall, it's, if you think about it, you go to Reno, $50 is a good deal for seeing a dead body. So, you know, like other places, they charge a lot more, is all I'm saying. So, you know, if you ever get a chance to head around, check out the dead bodies. They're pretty cool. We got one more letter left. All right. So I got a couple more jokes left. Yeah, no, this has been fun. It's good to get away. I'm on the road from the Central Valley because it's good to get away because I recently went through a breakup. And you know, this crazy business comedy that I'm in, my girlfriend, she cheated on me with a goddamn ventriloquist. Oh. Right? I was cuckolded by a grown man that plays with dolls. Dolls, like a little fucking girl. And not only that, I caught her and this Jeff Dunham motherfucker in bed together. And no amount of porn prepared me for that threesome. Yeah. I come in the room. They're both butt naked. She is elbow deep in the dummy, and the dummy is moaning. Yeah, and the doll is in the corner watching. Take your time with that one. I'm still getting over it myself. I'll tell you what, the hardest part about the whole situation wasn't the fact that I caught them in bed together. It wasn't even the fact that she cheated on me. The hardest part about that whole situation was the fact that that doll was wearing a blue dress.
Oh no!
I came instantly. You guys are fun. That's one of my closer, but I want to keep going until we're done. So I'll tell a couple more jokes.
That was good though.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that with the callbacks too. You guys are fun on it. Small but mighty, without a doubt. You guys, I see people out here with these emotional support animals. You guys seen this? They're supposed to help with stress and anxiety. Like I have stress. I have anxiety. I don't need an emotional support animal. I need a financial support animal. Like I need a dog with some dough, you know, like the veritable cash cow. I'm looking for a sugar mammal, is what I'm trying to say. Been swiping right on Pet Finder all day long. No luck, you know. But I like to play board games because I'm the king of segues. And you guys remember that game Ouija board? I know people say different, but it was a fun game growing up. You know what I mean? There was always that one guy who would never play the Ouija board. He'd be like, dude, spirits, demons, dude, I don't fuck with that shit, bro. I'd be like, dude, it's made by Milton Bradley. You know what I mean? It's like saying, I'm not going to play Candyland because I have type 2 diabetes and I don't want to die. You know? Or saying, I'm not going to play Hungry Hippo because those things are fucking dangerous. You know what I mean? Most dangerous land animal in Africa. I can't say that, but that's fine. All right. You guys want some dart jokes?
Yeah.
All right, we'll do some dart jokes. Let's start with genital mutilation. All right, sure. Call it circumcision. I just think it's weird that they take a little off the top as they come off the assembly line. You know what I mean? It's just kind of weird. But it gets weirder in other places. Like there's a place where they cut off a woman's clitoris. I don't know the plural of that word. But there's a man whose job it is to cut off a woman's clitoris. And if you ask me, that's wasted talent. this man knows where the clitoris is. Like, he should have a seminar, like a TED Talk, at least a YouTube video. I just, they make YouTube videos of cleaning fish. Why not this? That's all I'm saying. All right. Another dirty, dark joke. I'm trying to think. I got one. I don't want to. I'm losing one. I'm missing one. Okay, no, I found it. All right. Vaccinated. I know vaccines and people still argue on it. It's not as hot, but I think nowadays moving forward, we should have separate schools for unvaccinated kids. Yeah. Just think about it. Guaranteed small class sizes. You know what I mean? May or may not be a graduating class. But the upside is they can make, in wood shop, they can make coffins for their classmates. Everybody wins, I guess the kids don't win in that situation. But I don't know, I blame that shit on Jenny McCarthy, Because she, about 10 years ago, she was all over The View talking about how vaccines cause autism and shit, based on some faulty fucking science. Like, Jenny McCarthy did more to her kids in the last 10 years than the Catholic Church. Just, and I just, I'm going to start a nonprofit foundation and call it the Fuck Jenny McCarthy Foundation. And I just want to put billboards all across America that say the return of measles, mumps, polio, brought to you by Jenny McCarthy. And paid for by the Fuck Jenny McCarthy Foundation. And, I just fuck Jenny McCarthy. Which is kind of ironic. Because as a teenager, I really wanted to fuck Jenny McCarthy, All right, I'll do one more dark joke and then I'll get all out here because we're wrapping up. Nice. I'm distracted again. We're good. All right. So one more dark joke. Okay. You guys know those the Florida couple stories, the Florida man story. Florida man. It's always, involves an alligator or whatever. But I read a Florida couple story, and it was about this couple. They had lost their child, and then they had their child cremated, and then they put the ashes into a stuffed animal, like Build-A-Bear. And then they took that stuffed animal to Walt Disney World. They took it on the teacups, they took it on Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, and then they lost it. That means that this couple lost the same child twice. And I say first time, shame on him. But fucking A, the second time, shame on them. All right, thanks a lot, guys. The Dynamics took the Blazer. The tattoo is complete. Comedy. I did it. All right, thanks a lot, Pete. Shake your hand first of all.
Oh my god. That's the ink, right? Or is that just all flesh? Is that it's all red?
Yes.
Oh my god.
It's
fleshy.
We just want it just ready.
Just red ink,
Ready,
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, we're fleshy dudes, Jacob and I. I'm fleshy, he's fleshy. We look like two sides of an Eiffel Tower, don't we? We look like we do porn together. That's how I met him.
That sounds like a sex position.
You do comedy?
Eiffel Tower.
yeah. That is, yeah. Both sides. What's your room number again? How are we doing? I think that's a whole comedy show. What do you guys think? If you had fun, please. We got a little tip jar thing, and I'd love to send some of these comedians home with some money. I kind of don't even take some for myself a lot of the time, but these guys drove like 7 hours. Follow Humboldt Comedy on Instagram or go to HumboldtComedy.com. And I got a ton of shit going on around here. Tell your friends. I haven't seen you guys. You guys are a new market. You're organic customers. Hey, my name's Pete. I'm a local comedian. Come to my shows here in Arcata and in other places. You guys are on Instagram, or is there something newer? You guys on Blue Sky, huh? You guys Blue Sky? Oh, you Trumpers. What's the one that Trump you guys are on? Truth Social. We got some Truth Social. Did you guys hear? I can't do more than like one joke right now, but I'll do one joke. Did you guys hear about that AI conspiracy that happened where they had the rifle for the shooting, right? And it looked like a bolt-action rifle, But then the AI, they caught the AI because then it actually turned it into an automatic rifle. Yeah, talk about editing a clip, am I right? Yeah, that's guys, big round of applause for everyone you saw tonight. Give me your money. Good night.